Viral plates, weight loss drugs and the return of meat. In 2025, the way Americans eat was reshaped not by new government guidelines or traditional nutrition authorities, but by a powerful mix of viral food content, social media influences and the rapid mainstream adoption of weight loss medications. According to recent reporting by Fox News, these forces combined to dramatically shift eating habits across the country, influencing not only what people consume, but how they think about food altogether. From Instagram Reels to prescription injections, diet culture moved faster and became more polarized than ever before. Social media played a central role in this transformation. Millions of Americans turned to influencers for food advice, following viral "What I Eat in a Day" videos, dramatic weight loss transformations and simplified diet rules that often spread faster than scientific consensus. Nutrition conversations became increasingly driven by personalities rather than professionals, blurring the line between education, opinion and entertainment. This shift helped fuel both renewed interest in familiar dietary patterns and the rise of more extreme approaches. At the same time, weight loss medications such as Ozempic and Wegovy became firmly embedded in mainstream culture. Originally developed for diabetes management, these GLP-1 drugs altered appetite, slowed digestion and changed how users experienced hunger, leading many people to eat smaller portions and rethink food quality. As a result, protein intake, meal simplicity and satiety became central themes, while highly processed, sugary and fried foods lost appeal for a growing segment of the population. The ripple effects were felt throughout the food industry, from grocery shelves to restaurant menus. Against this backdrop, long-standing diets like the Mediterranean approach continued to hold the ground. Praised for its emphasis on whole foods, healthy fats and balance, it remained a popular option for those seeking sustainability rather than strict rules. Yet even this traditional pattern found itself competing for attention with more rigid and controversial eating styles that promised faster or more dramatic results. The ketogenic diet remained one of the most talked about approaches of the year. High in fat and low in carbohydrates, keto continued to attract followers interested in blood sugar control, appetite regulation and metabolic health. While supporters highlighted its structure and effectiveness, critics questioned its long-term sustainability when poorly planned. Still, its ongoing popularity suggested that keto has moved beyond trend status and secured a lasting place in modern nutrition discussions. Perhaps no diet sparked more debate in 2025 than the carnivore diet. Built entirely around animal-based foods, carnivore eating surged online, driven by influencers who promoted simplicity, satiety and personal health improvements. Medical and nutrition professionals, however, raised concerns about the complete elimination of plant foods, fiber and certain micronutrients, pointing to the lack of long-term clinical research. The divide between anecdotal success stories and expert caution made carnivore one of the most polarizing dietary movements of the year. What emerged from 2025 was not a single dominant way of eating, but a clear shift in how dietary decisions are made. Americans increasingly questioned traditional advice, experimented with restrictive or minimalist approaches, and embraced new tools, including medications, to manage appetite and weight. Food became less about universal rules and more about personal control, identity and experimentation. As Fox News reporting highlighted, the modern diet landscape is no longer shaped by one authority, but by a constant stream of content, debate and innovation. Whether through Mediterranean balance, ketogenic structure, carnivore simplicity or pharmaceutical support, one thing is certain: how people eat is changing, and the conversation around food has never been louder. Disclaimer: this article is intended for general informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not medical advice, and it should not be used as a substitute for professional diagnosis or treatment. Always seek the guidance of a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, exercise routine, or medication. Stay updated on the latest news, connect, interact and more on KetoNet, available on the Apple Store and Google Play.